Well, a reminder to everyone that daylight saving time begins next Sunday, March 9th. So that means one less hour of sleep. Now, clocks should be set to spring forward 1 hour at 2 a.m. Now, most of our phones and other electronic devices will change automatically, but you'll likely have to change the time in your car and your oven. And as we change our clocks, it'll also be a good idea to adjust those sleeping habits, especially since we're going to be losing that hour. So, joining us this morning with some of those tips for a good night's rest, we have sleep specialist Dr. Laura Herpel with us this morning. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thank you so much for having me. Sleep is a passion of mine, so I'm glad to be here
to
help expel any myths. So daylight savings time, what do we do? Everyone does get that hour when we spring forward of less sleep.
Yeah.
And less sleep means sleep deprivation in terms of a medical term. Sleep deprivation can play havoc on us. It decreases our ability to have complex thoughts and processes, so for memory, learning, focus, and concentration. It even can affect our mood and our physical well-being.
Yeah, it really affects everything, all encompassing on in there too. We always talk about this. It's early to take action now before kind of the day before. So what should we be doing?
So definitely, I think it's very good to prepare even days before, if not almost the week prior to daylight savings time. It's always hardest if we're waiting until the last minute to make a change with the timing for our awakening or going to sleep. We all feel this sometimes on Monday mornings.
Oh yeah.
If we've been up late on a Friday or Saturday night.
Yep.
So the same thing is true for daylight savings time, except it's a semi-permanent change.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is try to adjust earlier. So maybe go to bed 15, 20 minutes earlier each night for about 3 or 4 nights prior to daylight savings time. And you adjust that by going to bed earlier and also trying to get up earlier. So adjusting your own intrinsic clock, even though the clock local time has not changed.
So it sounds like we are literally switching from, instead of a 9 to 5, we're switching on over slowly every 15 minutes to doing like 8:30 to 4:30. It's slowly kind of making that change.
Exactly. And there are other things that you can do as
Yep.
well. Even adjust the timing of your meals or the timing of your exercise in that short time period, and that will help with the transition. And always change your clocks the Saturday night before rather than waiting until Sunday, because most individuals have work days and school days on Monday, and you really want to be set on that schedule.
I was going to say, speaking of kids and going to school, what is kind of the best advice for the kiddos and kind of getting them as too?
Definitely. Well, most adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, but children need 9 to 13 hours of sleep depending on their age, and school-age children, that is. So it's really important for us to get adequate sleep and the children to get adequate sleep even before daylight savings time starts, so that week prior and even the week after, really paying attention to the amount of sleep that we're getting will help with the transition as well.
There you go. And just taking it day by day, step by step. Don't just do it drastically. It's a good idea to start now.
Definitely.
Start right
Definitely.
now. Well, Dr. Herpel, thank you so much for stopping by this morning. We really appreciate it. See, guys, we're giving you all these tips now so you can prepare for daylight saving happening on March 9th. So we're going to be putting all of those tips right now on our website, WLTX.com.